Yo, what is up guys? So welcome back to another video on this channel for me today from CcSpeedUk. So there is a patch from yesterday, the 1.18 version came from yesterday, Monday morning, or maybe earlier or a little bit later around the world where you are from on this planet. Yeah, so there's another update version to this game on F123 from yesterday. So yeah, just a small update on this version, so I don't know what it is yet because I checked it on Monday after the patch. I went onto the game after the patch was updated, and then turns out it was okay on the menus and other stuff, but it was just the season podium pass thing. Just that's only one thing has changed the most because of the new season and all that. Well, from season 3 to season 4, so that's only one thing has changed on there. So that was it really. I checked the patch notes on the internet or social media on the game website. There was no patch again, so there's no patch notes. Like it was on the last patch, on the 1.17. It's a bit similar to that, really. So yeah, so I don't know what it is, but I know it's going to be like bugs, minor fixes, general stability, as always. They do every time they do the patch. So that's fine. At least I understand that. There might be just fixing more bugs to this game, and also minor fixes and general stability, just to make it fix a few things along the way, and from that. There's like a few things needs fixing, like the crossplay needs fixing. Like when some players are leaving, some players are joining, sometimes it's nagging on the PS4, what I'm playing on right now. So they do that sometimes in these videos when some players are leaving, some players are joining. They always get nagging a little bit. It's fine if you're needing a race, including this race at Spa. It's fine if you're needing, but not when you're following someone. Like if I was like P3, top 5, or even P2 maybe, having a nice battle, there is a little bit of nagging. So it's okay if you're needing the race, but not when you're following someone and all that. It's fine if you're leading, like in this race, so I was kind of okay with it. It's fine if it's on the straight, but not if you're in the corners or braking and all that, because it will mess up a little bit from there. It's okay if it's on the straight, but not if it's like through the corners or braking and getting a good exit and all that. It's a bit, maybe, confusion and all that. Yeah, and I think crossplay is one thing needs fixing on this game. If you're on the PS4 version, if you haven't got a PS5 yet, like I got right now, for about a few days ago. Ordered it last week, and it came last week, and yeah, I'll test it on the PS5 one day, just to try it out, to see what it looks like. It might be the same, it is the same game and the same graphics and all that, but maybe the crossplay on the PS5 might be a tiny bit better with no naggings and all that. If it's still there, that's fine. I know that needs fixing and all that. Yeah, so still doing alright in this race at Spa, first race of the day. The second guy's got a 3-second penalty. I'm kind of alright at this stage. I'm over a second and a half now, so I'm kind of in a good zone now. Not using my battery just yet, so it feels like I'm doing a no EOS challenge right now. I did use a tiny bit on that one, but not that much, but I survived it on that one and all that. Doing okay at this stage. Just need to make sure I get through here nice and tidy. Make sure I don't mess it up, and then hopefully it goes well at the end of the race and all that. The other one, what needs fixing, is just the when you get an ego take and when someone overtook you on Nenos, and then suddenly you did it the same. Do a switchback like on last video I did on the previous video I did at Jeddah. I got a legal overtake on that, somehow. I know that needs fixing. And also you got like track limits as well. Like if it's like a tiny margin out of nowhere, or even sometimes it's a bit unfair if it's not your fault when you get hit and then you get a penalty for that. Makes no sense sometimes if you're doing an online race and all that. It is a bit annoying, but it's what it is and all that. Getting past this back marker right here, but luckily it was ghosted, because that will just ruin my race from there. Not too bad at all. At least I've got DOS though, so it's not too bad. That guy in P2 is definitely catching me up, but I know he's using ERS, but that's fine. As I come towards on that 4, the exit turn 1, I'm using a bit of ERS, just trying to use it a little bit. I think it's the first time I'm using ERS since Nat 1 really, so trying to get the momentum on the straight, just to make sure he doesn't try and get past me down towards the end of the straight, and then I should be fine from there, and all that. I'm trying to think any other things what needs fixing with this game, or maybe some ideas as well in this game. I know classic tracks is one thing for me, like Hockenheim, Malaysia, Isem Park in Turkey. I know these tracks would be fantastic to go on this game, but in a DLC, like Portimao, China, and of course France as well, that would be a good idea for classic tracks on there. Kind of a good idea for some players to have fun on, or something like that, in a 5 nap race. Like that you saw in the background, a little bit of nagging, that's why on Crossplay I'm doing right now. I mean, that is why Crossplay needs fixing, but I'm surprised they still haven't fixed it yet. So I did do a video about it, why Crossplay hasn't fixed yet. So when I did a 35 sim race around Spa, so the video is still there, so if you want to check it out. But it might be, that was like 2 months ago, so anytime you want, if you want to check it out and all that. So coming towards the end of the nap, just still a little bit of nagging. Managed doing only half a second now from the leader. Well, I'm still leading though, so quite surprised. And now as I come towards the exit of turn 1, using an ERS, just get the momentum, and I managed to clear away from over a second now since the last corner. And then I realised I'm on the straight right now with 2 second gap from behind. It's going up to 2.5 seconds now, the time I got to the braking zone on the final lap of the race, of this, well, first race of the day and all that. Yeah, and I realised when I got to the middle part of the nap, around this corner, and of course heading down towards this fast long left-hander coming towards this corner right now, I'm about 5 seconds ahead. So I'm guessing the P2 guy, who was behind me on the last lap, decided to give up. I'm guessing. I think he's just given up, so I don't know why he's given up, because I wouldn't give up from there if it was a second or less and all that. In case anything happens, like, I might make a mistake somewhere, but I didn't make a mistake in this race, so I was kind of right. Now it's gone up to about 8 seconds now, so I'm not sure if it was my connection or he's just slowing down just to see what happens from there. But anyway, I still won the race though by 9 seconds on the 9. Not too bad though. Take the win though. So around Spa, it's fantastic. It turns out when I got to the end of the race, it was 10 seconds. And yeah, quite a margin gap there. So it's been a while since I did a margin gap for 10 seconds. I'll take the win though, but I'm not complaining. So I did control the lead at the front, so not too bad at all. Yeah, so we're off to Las Vegas in the next race right now. Starting on pole again, no surprise. This one was a really nice battle on this one, so I need to go CB in the background. Make sure I get an okay start, and to make sure I try and stand a bit more. Got a little bit wide at turn 1, but it's fine. But I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I just need to understand a bit more and all that. Yeah, so back to this patch. What else needs fixing? What else? I had some ideas. I already said classic tracks. That was one thing. Classic cars. They were in the older games, like up to about 2020. I think last time they had classic cars on this game. I think supercars is like kind of a dull thing now. So on F123, everyone doesn't care about it now. So kidding myself, it's not a bad idea, but it's not like classic cars, or they should do one for classic cars as well. Maybe that could be a thing, or I'm not sure. I don't know. Just let me know in the comments if you think classic cars would be a thing on when the new update comes, or the new update, or even on F124 maybe on next year's game, to see if classic cars would be a thing to come back onto the F1 games, like with EA and Codemasters and all that. So yeah, so I'm not sure about classic cars, but if you want classic cars, just let me know. And also, I'm just saying it's about 50-50, but classic tracks definitely the answer, but I'm not sure about classic cars though. Classic cars, I don't mind, but I mean, I'll just use it for fun, and maybe I could do something else in a fitter, maybe, just for fun and all that. I would say more idea mode, like going backwards for 5 laps in a race. That would be fantastic. Instead of going forwards for 5 laps, we can go backwards for 5 laps. That would be a good idea in a 5-lap race, going backwards on the same circuit, but going backwards. That's quite interesting though. It'd be a little bit interesting to see how it goes from there. That is another idea I was thinking in my head. And also other modes like I said, backwards. There was an elimination mode on F122 on last year's game. That was kind of a fun mode, but an elimination race is something different I wasn't expecting, but I'm not sure some people prefer that. It's a little bit confusing for some people, but some people do understand it, but for me it's not. It's kind of okay, but it just needs a little bit working onto it, and also there's maybe 1 or 2 things could have gone a bit better and all that to make it better and all that. And also other modes like Demolition Derby. That's a good one to have. Demolition Derby. There's no rules. No rules. No rules. That's just no rules. That's what I'm saying right now. There will be. I think damage has to be off, because if you want to survive a 5-lap race, or even a 25% race, if it's Demolition Derby, I think the damage has to be off. So if you want to get to the end, or if you want damage on, I'm okay with that. So I'm not complaining about it if it's on, because you won't make it to the end though. But if it's off, you can hit some people, you can take people out, no damage at all. And also you can take T-bones, hit on the side, or even hit on the rear, or even brake test you. I'll be okay with that in a Demolition Derby. I don't mind that in that mode, but not in a normal race mode like a 5-lap race or a 25% race and all that kind of stuff. I don't mind it in Demolition Derby, but not in open lobbies with a 5-lap race with no Demolition Derby and all that. That's another good mode to have. Demolition Derby, going backwards for 5 laps. That would be fantastic. Something different. Those 2 different ideas will be a good idea for a new update, or even on next year's game as well. That'd be fantastic. Like new modes and all that. Elimination mode, I'm not sure about that, but it's kind of an okay thing, but it's just 50-50 or something like that. So yeah, maybe some new modes there. I think that'd be a good ideas as well, and all that. What else? Needs fixing. I would say my team. Well, I don't speak my team that much, but maybe my team, maybe some updates a little bit on there, a little bit of career mode as well. Maybe fix a few things, new updates as well, and new feature as well, and something like that. And also fix a little bit on career mode, and just a tiny bit, but not too much. But I mean, including my team as well, maybe freshening up a little bit, that'd be fantastic. Because we're having the same menu since 2020, so, and all that. And of course, and also upgrades on the tree, on the department maybe needs updating as well. Maybe a tree would be a cool thing to bring sense. I think a tree would be a good idea, so like it was in the past, future games, including 2017 had the tree and all that. That was quite interesting, but to have. Maybe to bring back the tree and then see what happens from there. I mean, that's what I'm saying, but I don't talk career mode that much on this game, but I'm just saying it just needs a freshening up a little bit on my team, normal career mode as well, and all that. F2 cars, it's not a bad thing. I was thinking F3 cars would be quite interesting to have. You know, you got like F2 and then you got normal cars. I was thinking maybe F3 cars would be fantastic. Just to race around in F3. In F3 cars, that would be an interesting one to have, like in F2. And in supercars, I know everyone doesn't care that much. We could race in supercars for 5 laps. That would be fantastic. It's like a bit similar like Gran Turismo 7. It's a bit similar to that. It's a bit similar like Gran Turismo, but on the F1 game. That would be a good mode to do. So that's another good idea for supercars. Just do a race for 5 laps in supercars. Any supercars you like. Doesn't matter if it's a Ferrari, Mercedes, McLaren and all that kind of stuff. I think F3 and supercars to race in for 5 laps, or even a 25% race in F3 cars. Not supercars though, I'd rather have 5 laps. 5 laps would be better for that. That would be fantastic. That's what another few things on my ideas on. That'd be a good idea for F1 games and all that. Something fresh, something new ideas, and of course something to have fun on and all that. Yeah, so that was what I was thinking of right now for these new future things. What needs fixing, and of course what needs other things he's sorting out as well. And of course what needs fixing, like the crossplay, what I said earlier in the video. And of course other things as well needs fixing on this game and all that. Yeah, so that is the patch for this vid note. For the 118, not too bad. It's an okay update, only a short one. I just hope this video is not too bad. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, I appreciate it a lot. Coming towards the end of this race now. 1 over a second and a half. Was a nice battle, and still won the race though, so I'll take the win at Las Vegas. Bit weird during the day, but being at the front is better than all that. So yeah, I'd rather have it at night time than during the day, so I do apologise for that. So because sometimes the host doesn't know what they're doing. Sometimes, I mean, when I'm the host, it's kind of right, but it's fine from there. Yeah, so that's from me today. So make sure you like, subscribe to your channel. He said that earlier, so make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'll appreciate it a lot. Yeah, so that's from me today. So I hope you guys have a nice day. Enjoy your day. I know you guys have enjoyed your week as well. From I do. Have a nice weekend as well. If you're around the world, wherever you are around the world. Yeah. So have a nice day. Enjoy your day, and see you later.